from Tita Bun Planners. This is my first ever YouTube video, so I'd like to welcome you all to my channel. If you haven't already gotten the chance, please go ahead and check me out on Instagram. It's at Tita Bun Planners, and I'll leave the link below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so that you folks can keep up with me and my daily planners. All right, guys, so a few days ago, about a week ago actually, I posted on my Instagram that I was going to be doing a review on this Simplicity Vintage Sewing Planner Kit, as well as showing you guys a little bit of how I set up my planner for this upcoming year. So a few things. I found this planner at Hobby Lobby. It was located in the fabric or sewing department. It wasn't anywhere near any of the other planners. And one thing that caught my eye is that it was based off of the vintage patterns. I'm a huge fan of vintage patterns. I have a bunch that are for little babies as well as kids or children's patterns. So that's one thing that definitely caught my eye. A few things that you'll find included are going to be the sticker sheets, pocket pages, and zipper pouch. And there's a few tabs in there that had some awesome resources that I felt would be really good for the beginner. If you're just starting to learn how to sew or just starting to dip your feet into reading patterns, this planner would be awesome for you. I'm actually going to be using this planner as a sewing / crafting planner for this upcoming year. And so yeah, let's just dive right into it. Again, I had mentioned that I found it at Hobby Lobby, so I always try to find my items, any planner items that I purchase, on a deal. This planner, however, was regular price and was not included on any of the planner sales that they have. Hobby Lobby does, however, have a 40% off coupon off of one regular item. So I was able to utilize that coupon in purchasing my planner. So this is what the front of the planner looks like. Both front and back are covered with this really flexible plastic. It also uses like the Happy Planner disc system, which I thought was super cool. Throughout the entire planner, you're going to see the vintage pattern theme. It's on every tab or divider. And they have some really cute ones throughout the planner. So in the very beginning, you'll find your sticker sheets. There's 5 of them located. They range anywhere from, cute little sayings to important reminders. You have some functional stickers, to-do lists. I'll just go ahead and flip through some of them so you can see. And then the very last sticker sheet is going to be your washies. One thing I found super cool was that, it had like a sewing machine and whatnot on it. I do know that the Happy Planner Girl Miss Maker collection does have a few different washies in regards to crafts. So it has like a scissors and a few other designs in there. So this is the character that I use throughout my planner to add some accessories in it. So the Happy Planner Girl Miss Maker, it's a super cute line. They also have like the Super Mama and Faith Warrior. Those 3 by far are my favorite so far. So the last page you'll find is your washies. And then I went ahead and added in the sticky notes from the Miss Maker collection. I use sticky notes a lot throughout my daily life with my other planners, and just, to put little reminders for myself. Sometimes I like to use these in my planner just in case I have things that I don't know if it's going to change. So I'll put a sticky note on that date versus writing it in my planner, which it'll be permanent. That way I can just take the sticky note off. So sticky notes are super important for my planners. The next thing is these 3 pocket folders. I'm not too sure exactly what to use these for. I'm assuming that you could use them for your final products. If you happen to take a picture and you want to go ahead and put it in these pockets, you could do so. Or you could just use it for swatches or to keep things organized, If you have a certain binding that you want to take a sample of to kind of match things, you can use a little pocket to hold that in. So there's 3 of these located in this planner kit, or included, I'm sorry, in this planner kit. The next thing is the pocket folder, the zipper pocket folder. I went ahead and put in all of my clips from the Miss Maker collection. I am obsessed with her, I'm not even gonna lie. So these clips are adorable, and I actually use them all throughout my other planners as well, but I thought that it would be appropriate for me to have them for my crafting planner. It has a few different ones like the Make Do, the sewing machine, washi tapes. Who doesn't love washi tapes? It also has like Happy Life, couple of different hearts, as well as the sticker books. I use stickers and washi's all throughout my planners, so that's definitely something that caught my eye for the Miss Maker collection. Go ahead and put these back in. And the next thing that you'll see in my planner, I actually inserted these folders. The Miss Maker package of folders has 6 included in each packet. So you'll see that I utilize these throughout my planner. I kind of just randomly put them in different spots, just to kind of give me some extra storage if need be. All right, guys, so this is the very front of the very first page of the planner. It's going to be This Sewing Planner Belongs To, and I haven't written my name in yet. But one thing that you'll find throughout the planner is these patterns. And it's really cool because it actually references the original pattern. So if you want to look up, if you like this design and you want to look up that Simplicity Vintage pattern, here's the number. It's going to be like that throughout the entire planner. You have the 2018, 2019, and 2020 calendars located on this page. And then the very first tab is going to be the reference tab. Again, you have the picture as well as the original pattern number for you to look up. I went ahead and put on my Miss Maker sewing clip. I think it's adorable. And this reference section is amazing, you guys. There's so much information in here that I feel would be very useful for the beginner, like someone that's just starting to sew or just starting to utilize patterns. I've been sewing for a hot minute, but I wouldn't say that I'm an expert at reading patterns, so this reference section is definitely going to come in handy for me. So the first part of the reference section, you have a glossary. There's a whole bunch of terms that are used throughout sewing as well as throughout your pattern that you can reference in here if you don't know exactly what it is. It also talks about like certain terms that people use for fabric. So yeah, there's a bunch of different terms: stitching, sleeves, seams. And then you'll also find the pattern basics. If you don't know how to use a pattern, this section is going to be really good for you because it kind of just talks about what's included in a pattern. I mean, you go to the store, you see this really cute picture on the pattern, you purchase it, and it's like a packet, and you unfold to all these little pieces of super delicate tissue. And I know it was definitely difficult for me to figure out how to use a pattern in the very beginning because I purchased one that was meant for a more advanced person that knew how to sew. So definitely take a look at that. Pay attention to the types of patterns that you're getting. And then it also has like sewing hacks and tips. This page I thought was super cool because it's the fiber facts, like different materials, the advantages and disadvantages for each material, as well as the care. Some people don't know that certain fabrics you have to pre-wash before you start cutting and using or sewing them, because if you were to just go ahead and sew them, they could shrink in the wash. The next page is going to be the best guide to fit. So if you're making a garment, it's going to be really good for you to look at this page. It shows you how to measure, what sections to measure, and then as well as like a body measurement chart. I have another one of my Miss Maker folders. And I went ahead and added in these Miss Maker pages, just line pages. So if I stumble upon something that I want to note down, then I can go ahead and do so in this little area. The packet comes with 2 different designs. It's going to be the Get It Done as well as the Make Do pages. And both of them, I'm not too sure if you guys can see. I'll try to focus it a little bit better. Both of them are lined. That is not any better. I'm sorry, guys. But both pages are lined. After that, you'll have the projects tab. Again, a picture of the design as well as the pattern number located on the bottom. I went ahead and added another folder. Happiness is handmade, so true. And then this section is basically going to help you keep track of all of your projects. You have a project description, date, pattern number if you're using it, supplies and tools, any alterations that need to be done, notes, a to-do list, and then a swatch section. I thought this was super cool. I do a lot of quilting. It's actually something that I just started to really get into. So having different materials that kind of mesh together is super important when you're quilting. So I like that it has a little swatches section, so I can just take a little piece versus having to bring in the whole 2 yards. I added a little happy planner clip at the top as well. And then on the back part of that, it has the sketches, notes, and inspirations for you to jot down any pictures that you have in mind, designs, any little notes that you need to write down. And then this portion is going to be if you're making a garment, if you have specific measurements, you can go ahead and mark them down on the side. The cool thing about this section is that this page will alternate with the Patterns I Own page throughout the whole tab. So the Patterns I Own, I felt this was a really good page to have in a planner or in your crafting planner because you can keep track of all your patterns. I have a ton of patterns, and unfortunately what happens is I'll end up double purchasing because I can't remember if I purchased that pattern or not. So this is going to be really good for me to keep track of all the patterns that I have so that when I do go out shopping and if I'm looking for something specific, I can just reference these Patterns I Own pages. So I'll just go ahead and show you that it does alternate all throughout that section. The next page or next tab that we have, Craftiness is Happiness, is going to be the swatches. I went ahead and added another folder as well as my make do clip. And then you have an entire swatch section. I have all of my materials hanging up right now in my closet, in my craft room. So it's going to be awesome to have all the swatches laid out just so that I can keep track of the materials that I do have, so I'm not repurchasing them, as well as if I want to like mix and match some patterns for my quilts. So the really cool thing about this is that you can keep track of your yardage, your width, the brand that you purchased, the fabric care, if it's been pre-washed or not, or if it needs to be, as well as any notes. So that's going to be for the swatch section. And then you get to jump right into the calendar. Again, you have the print here and then the pattern number on the bottom, and I went ahead and added a little washi tape clip to the top. So I'm going to basically just show you guys 1 month layout. That way you can see it's the same for every month after that, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys the different prints that are on each tab. One thing that I loved about the planner, and it was actually my selling point, is the fact that this 12-month calendar is not dated. A lot of the planners, actually all of the planners that I purchased for this upcoming year are all dated for 2019. One thing I thought that was super cool is that if I don't go ahead and use this in January, I can always take this whole section and bump it to the back if I start in February. That way I don't lose out on a whole month. That was something that I wasn't too good about in the very beginning, so I would end up starting my planner in March, and then I'd skip April, and then I'd go ahead and use June, you know, so it's really cool that you can go ahead and take this section and bump it to the back if need be. So this is January. It has the print on the front as well as the pattern number and a cute little saying, "Winter was made for lots of patterns and fabrics to sew." I believe all of the dividers actually have like a print and a cute little saying on it. So this is the beginning of the month. It's going to have your January tips. It'll have your goals that you have for that month in regards to your sewing and crafting, notes and ideas, any birthdays that you have upcoming, holidays and events, as well as any purchases and good finds. And then this, is the monthly layout. So like I mentioned earlier, it's not dated. I love that. I think that's so awesome. And it has a cute little, you know, character at the bottom, and you do have a notes section as well. And this is going to be the weekly layout. So I'm used to having more of the Erin Condren style, where it's like the vertical columns, I guess you could say. However, I feel like this would be good for your crafting planner, just in case you need to write more detail out. And you do have a little note section as well. And so that's what it's going to look like for all of the weekly layouts. And then on the very back of each page, or each month, you do have like a notes page. So I'm going to flip through each month so you guys can take a look at the designs that are located on the dividers. This is for February. Again, you have the print as well as the pattern number. You have March. April. May. June. Oh, sorry guys. I went ahead and added another folder. We have July. August. September. Happiness is a full bobbin. So true. We got October. How's that hairdo? November. And then December. And then to end my planner, I believe I put another folder in there. Oh, yep. Which was the disc design from the Miss Maker folder accessories. And then the end of the planner. So guys, that's basically how I've set up my planner so far. I think that this is a super awesome planner to have. I'm really excited to use it. I feel like it has some great resources, and I love that I can reuse the dividers as well as the covers. One thing I did notice though that they didn't have with the planners was more inserts. So for example, like the project section as well as the swatches. I couldn't find any extra inserts that Hobby Lobby had for sale, and I'm not too sure if you can locate them online. That is definitely something that I'll look into. If I am able to find them, I'll put all of the links below. So yeah, I look forward to showing you guys in January how I do my weekly and monthly layouts. I'm super excited to use this planner and keep track of all of my crafting that I have going on for this upcoming year. So if you guys like the video, again, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys soon. All right, bye.